welcome to the Music Scout Podcast with myself, Lewis Fisher, and welcome to episode 89, folks. I hope you're all doing very well. Today we have music from the likes of Brutus, who are going to be opening up with their brand new single that they released a few days ago. Yeah, we're keeping it very, very fresh here. After that, we've got Jerry Williams, the runner-up in the single of the year of 2018 with the single Left and Right. As well as that, we've got a few entries with ttypes and Darpa Dogs. As well as that, Orchards in their thousands, 1000 gram and The Magic Game. Plenty to feast your ears on for today. We'll also be announcing the winner for last episode's poll as well, who won in the doubleheader of music. You can choose your winner this episode by heading over to the Twitter page at the Music Scout with a little underscore, and there you'll be able to choose your favourite from today's two entries. But let's move on to Brutus and their brand new single Cemetery, coming up from their brand new album that's coming out this year. Cannot wait for that. Here we go. Brutus and Cemetery for you folks. That was a cracker of an opener for today's episode. Coming from their new album out in March from Nest. That is the title of the new album. It's very grungy, isn't it? Cemetery. We've had War as a single. The album's going to be called Nest. It's all very punchy. And it ties in very well with this track, actually. It's really, really punchy. It's very full sounding. And it's much bigger than the last album, which I believe got number 5 in the 2017 album of the year. Either way, this is going to be up there somewhere this year because this one has a bit more of a punk, a bit more shouty element to it in a artistic way. Not as in I'm saying that she's shouting and it's worse than what they've done previously, but it's a different element, different taste on Brutus's previous work, and I actually really like it. I think it's a different flavour of what they're capable of, and we've not really seen that side of the vocals before, so it's a new element to the band. They're sort of upping their game a bit more, bringing something new which they haven't really done before. As a three-piece, you do wonder how they can raise their game from last time, especially with the likes of Royal Blood, for example, struggling to get out some good music, some consistently good music from their first to second album to potentially third album this year. And because they're in Brighton, I know a few people who know them who work down at Brighton Electric where they usually rehearse. And yeah, they do struggle. They said that they're struggling for ideas and songwriting because there's only 2 of them. So they're limited. So with a 3-piece, especially the likes of Brutus and their one niche genre, I don't know, they might travel out of it for this one, but with the album title Nest, you wouldn't think they'd go down like a country route, for example. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to that album, so bring on Nest. So moving on to the next track then, this is going to be Jerry Williams. She came runner-up last year in the single of the year, and she's back with another song, Left and Right. Enjoy.
You think you're cool when you wear your hat. You're not the only one who owns one like that. Lend me your jacket when it gets cold. You're no gentleman, that trick's well old. The road is long, but I got time. Don't you ever want to be mine? In all the trains and planes and cars, midnight streets and busy bars, I can't find anyone like you. You go left and I'll go right. You be morning and I'll be night. You go left and I'll go right. You wear black and I'll wear white. Don't look at me with those empty eyes. I like your shoes, they're just my size. Like them more than you, I'm very sorry, but it's true, this love's not wide enough for 2. So you go left and I'll go right. You be morning and I'll be night. You go left and I'll go right. You wear black and I'll wear white. Let's make a deal that you'll forget my name. Let's keep it real. We once thought the same. Let's make a deal that you'll forget my name. Let's keep it real. We once thought the same. You go left and I'll go right. You be morning and I'll be night. You go left and I'll go right. You wear black and I'll wear white. And I'll wear white.
Jerry Williams and the single Left and Right came out last year under Sunglasses Record. Probably one of the best record names I could probably think of. And again, she's back with an absolute banger. And it's definitely got that bit more folk side to it. A bit more of a sort of dance around the whole style, sort of old 60s rock and roll vibes, actually. I think this track has definitely captured my imagination in terms of what she's capable of, and the new element that she's gone down. Obviously, the original single that I posted in 2018 was very different to this one. Now it's definitely got a bit more guitar involved in it, a bit more upbeat, and yeah, very creative, really enjoying it. So bring on an album hopefully this year, fingers crossed. I was hoping for one last year, but we didn't get it, so fingers crossed for this year. Moving on then to ttypes, and this is going to be Darper Dogs. Ttypes emailed me not too long ago, and he said that he really enjoyed the podcast and he digged the music, and he really wanted to display his music on my podcast. So I had a listen, and this is from the War EP, and I said, sure man, this is great, really enjoy it. So this is from the War EP that ttypes has released in previous years, and this is going to be a song called Darper Dogs. Enjoy.
No, I don't want to be an American anymore. Bombs with our flag driving down upon every shore. If you ever wanna notice, all the money turns to blood. If you ever wanna notice, it's coming like a flood. Charging on the run. If you ever wanna notice, they beat up punks like us for fun. Yeah, I don't ever wanna be up by national radio control. Electric deep in my paranoid, or do I see the warning signs of metal monsters up now? Free they go them, yeah they call them, yeah they call them the Dapper Dogs, 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 dogs. American anymore. Our past is a myth painted over an endless war. If you ever wanna notice, we so violent fools our guns and then act like we don't know this. Oh, whenever they use them. Radio control, electric deep in my paranoid, or do I see the water signs and packs of metal monsters up now? Roaming free they go them, yeah they go them, yeah they go them, the Dapper Dogs, the Dapper Dogs.
Ttypes and Darper Dogs there for you. A beautiful track, and you're probably wondering why I chose this track actually, and I'm sure Ttypes is as well, and why I chose to support him. In that I really like the lyrics. I think the lyrics are very clever, very to the point, and also very modern as well. But as well as that, I think the element of surprise in these songs, you don't really know what's coming next, and every time something does happen, it chops and changes, and there's elements being thrown in and chucked out and sort of pulled back again and then put back in again. So the drums come in and out of this track quite a lot, and also I think it's just a really, really nice track. It goes well with the EP as well. The EP is five songs long, War EP, and you can check that out on Bandcamp, YouTube, and also his website as well. So thank you very much for sending that in, and we will move right on then to the Magic Gang, and this is going to be a song featuring Jessie Ware of all people, and this is going to be a single called Take Care.
To be bolder, but that weren't me. Maybe we should stay here, we'll get better. Well, I was wrong. You couldn't play it by the rules. I was cheated, I was beaten by your hand.
Troubles to bed. You should be so proud of yourself. Know the time that we spent together was good. Together was good. Say 5 years time. Don't you think the world feels so much colder without our love?
The Magic Gang and the single Take Care from their debut album, The Magic Gang. And this has got 14 songs on it, this debut album from Warner Brothers Music. And it is beautiful. I think the contrasting elements and just the overflow of this song just really fits well. It doesn't seem like it's too long or too short. Just has a really nice edgy tone to it, as well as that piano carries the song through the whole way. And Jessie Ware performs really well on this track, so giving her a pretty credible reputation, if I can speak, on this track. I've actually just noticed I'm ever so slightly distracted as well. I'm currently looking at the Record Store Day release. It's just been released. I'm getting quite excited already. Record Store Day, April 13th, 2019, folks. Be there. And I'm definitely going to be in line for some of these bad boys because my birthday is right round the corner as well from April 13th. So that's quite nice. I can get people to be like, hey, by the way, I'd really like to get some of these vinyls, especially when you got My Chemical Romance, The Black Parade is Dead. I'm definitely going to get that. There's the Idols LP as well on there. That's from I believe that's their first album. And I'm just having a look now just to see some Van Morris on there, some Motorhead. You've got The Doors. And we've got, what else have we got here? We've got JJ Cale for any blues fans out there, Canned Heat, and Aha. We've got Aha on there. So plenty to look forward to, and I'm going to have to do a real good dig through this to see what I really would like. It looks like there's just going to be so many releases, and I think I'm very, very excited to just check this list out. Do go onto Record Store Day website and you can have a look there for any of the albums that you want to get. April 13th is the day. So Record Store Day first releases as well. Dr. Dre, Def Leppard on there. So Gorillaz, Goo Goo Dolls. I probably should stop. Let's put the phone down. So we need to get to the double header of music, folks. We've got two artists battling it out this week. We've got 1000 Gram and Daydream, and we've also got Orchard's Love You Too. And from last week, we had Search Party Animals with the song Sailboat that won last week, so very many congrats to them. And pitching themselves against each other, we've got two amazing tracks, so I will let you listen to them. You can make your decision, and then you can head over to the Music Scout Twitter page, which is the Music Scout with a little underscore, or just search it on Twitter. I'm sure you will find it. Actually, one other thing as well before I forget, I was actually on the BBC Sport Formula 1 page today. They were talking about their best and worst cars. I had to talk about the 2009 Brawn GP car, and I actually got featured on it. So they put me in their nice little fan page bit saying the Music Scout. So that was a nice little tip. Thanks, guys. Anyway, let's move on to the double header of music. I will leave you to enjoy these two in quick succession, and then you can make your decision. Head over to the Twitter page, and we will get on to the final track of the day.
Quick peek at the streams beneath your mind.
Well, the double header of music is well and truly over. We had 1000 Gram kicking us off with one of two songs with the single Daydream, and then you had Orchards with Love You Too, and both contrasting songs but still really, really good. And the blend between the two, I must say that I do like a good edit. when two songs can work together really nicely to just fade from one to the other, it's just the best. The other thing is that it's been about 25 minutes since I last recorded another section that I was actually speaking, because I got quite sucked into the record store day, and I ended up listening to part of the My Chemical Romance album because I didn't realise it was a live album, the one that they're releasing, which is The Black Parade is Dead. It's live from Mexico, and this past 2 weeks I've been really into My Chemical Romance again, and just listening to that album in its entirety. And how good is that album? It's so good. So I'm definitely going to be picking that one up. I actually don't have the Black Parade on vinyl. I must go get that. As well as that, my first ever album I bought was Green Day, American Idiot, and I need that on vinyl as well. So I grew up as a pop punk kid. A little backstory, I guess. I was just rambling on. I don't want the podcast episode to end. Now I've started, I might as well continue. So yeah, I was brought up on Spice Girls and S Club 7. Imagine Heart FM back in the early 2000s. That's sort of my first recollection of music in its entirety, and it was a horrendous, Mum and Dad, it was a horrendous upbringing in terms of music, but I will give them their dues. They did introduce me to the likes of Queen, they did introduce me to the likes of Kaiser Chiefs, who I still really like, and also a couple of other legendary bands like Stevie Wonder. So they did predominantly well, but majority of it was pretty trash. So I remember at about 13 years old being like, I can't be arsed with this anymore, there's got to be better music out there somewhere. Came across Green Day, American Idiot, and the actual music video American Idiot was thus born, and it actually was the turning point for me with my music, and went out and bought it. And it has that parental advisory sticker. I felt like such a badass such a badass in the car, just holding it like, oh, it's got a parental advisory sticker on it as well. So thus started my pop punk eras, and then went on Paramore and Fall Out Boy and We the Kings, and yeah, escalated from there really, and here we are today. There we go. So that's how my listening habits came about, I guess. So we're going to have a couple of plugs before the end of the show. So if you'd like to head over to the website, that's www.themusicscout.co.uk. You have the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. So Twitter and Instagram is The Music Scout, and Twitter is The Music Scout with a little underscore. As well as that, we have the email. If you'd like to email me any of your song suggestions or just some feedback and say hello, so that'd be very much appreciated. You can go to themusicscoutpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you all very much for joining me and listening to my ramblings. There have been a few today, but that's fine. Hope you enjoyed the previous episode as well. Lots of music still to come, and also I'm confirmed to go to the Great Escape and 2000 Trees Festival this year, which is very exciting. I've already started listening to the Great Escape. I've already started listening to all 460 artists, so got a lot to get through. I've been making my own playlist, so it's getting there. It's a slow progress, but it's a progress nonetheless. I will leave you with Acrasia now with In Their Thousands. Have a great week. Ta-ra.
Is what you've got. You know what you should do. the dark comes around and steals the sound, and there's an ocean between where you are and where you want to be. I don't want to waste the moment. I don't want to waste the moment here. I don't want to waste the moment. I don't want to waste the moment here. I don't want to waste the moment. I don't want to waste the moment here at all. I don't want to waste the moment. I don't want to waste the moment here. I don't want